Hello and welcome to a new app. This is actually a student project, so I'm not going to be typing on the screen building this app, but you are supposed to build this app on your own. However, I'm going to show you my code in the videos and explain you the already built code, the code that I built myself. So you will be able to see the solution. Now, what is this project about? Well, the name is Math Painting. The end product of this project is an image file. And this image file is going to contain some rectangles and some squares. And who is going to draw these squares? Well, the user is going to draw these squares by entering some numbers in the command line. So the user interface is a command line interface. The user is going to interact with the program through the command line. You're going to see exactly how that works because I'm going to execute the program now and you're going to see the finished version of this program. You're going to see the end product, a demo of this app, but not the code, in this video at least. So the user is supposed to enter some numbers, some coordinates, so the left upper corner of a rectangle, and then specify the dimensions of the rectangle, and Python will draw a rectangle in an image by just getting those numbers, the coordinates and the dimensions of the rectangles from the user. Now this involves having skills on processing images and working with multi-dimensional arrays of numbers. These are skills that you have not learned in the course, but you are going to have a section on how to work with images in Python just after this video, so that you have proper skills to design and implement the app using that knowledge. And now let me run this program. The main.py file is the file that is supposed to be run to see the output of the program. So I'm going to right click here and go to run main. And the program immediately asks us through the command line interface to enter a canvas width. I told you that the output is an image file and this image should have some dimensions. So the user wants to specify the dimensions. Let's say 1000 pixels, the width of the image, where the shapes will be drawn to, and the height 700. What color do you want for the canvas, so the background of the image? And I just made it simple and had only two options, white or black. So the user should write white or black here as a string, and then the next prompt of the program is, what do you like to draw? Enter quit to quit. So this program draws only rectangles and squares. So if you want to draw a rectangle, you have to write rectangle. And then the program knows that you entered rectangle here, and then it asks you for the X of the rectangle, which is the upper left corner of the rectangle in the image. Because in images, coordinates start from the upper left corner, so that pixel in that corner has a coordinate of 0, 0. And then as you go down and right, the coordinates increase. So let's say 100 for X and just 20 for Y. The width of the rectangle, let's say 150. The height, let's set it at 50. How much red should the rectangle have? So now we are specifying the fill color of the rectangle. And colors are the product of red, green and blue, so a mixture of these. And red, green and blue are given as a value from 0 to 250. And depending on the combination of how much red, how much green and how much blue you have, then you end up with a color which could be purple or orange or anything. So how much red do we want to give? Let's say 200. In a scale of 0 to 250, we say 200. How much green? Very little green. How much blue? 100. Okay, Then we get the other question. What would you like to draw? Enter quit to quit. So if you want to draw more shapes, then we say, maybe we want to draw a square this time. Enter the x of the square, let's say 900. Enter the y of the square, 50. So those are the coordinates. Now the side length of the square, let's say just 30, a small square. So we are only asked about the side because the square has identical sides. So the length of the side of the square. How much red? 4, 20, and 90. Okay, do you want to draw more? No, I want to quit. So enter quit and press enter. Now a canvas.png file was generated. If I double click it, it will open in PyCharm. And this is the rectangle with a kind of a pink color given the combination. There's no square and I'll tell you why, but first let's focus on the rectangle. The upper left corner of the rectangle has an x of 100. You see the coordinates. So x is in this direction. So from here up to here, there are 100 pixels. And from here to here, there are 20 pixels. So y is 20, x is 100. And then we went 150 pixels this way, so the width, and 50 pixels this way. Now the square, where is the square? The square is not there because you see that the x of the square was 900. So that means Python started to calculate the x of the square. So from here it went 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's no 800, there's no 900 because this dimension goes up to 700 and we specified 900. Therefore the square is out of the image, so it's not in the image at all. So keep that in mind, that if you specify a value which is greater than the dimensions of the image of the canvas, then the shape will be out of the boundaries of the image. So does this have any practical use in the real world? Oh well, you could use some fantasy when you enter these coordinates and these dimensions and the values for the colors to produce something beautiful and maybe print it out and put it as a canvas on your house. Why not? And then show people what Python can do. There's a practical use in real life for this app, but the skills that you'll gain by building this app are far more important than the use of this app. It's a difficult project, so if you just make 20% of it, that's fine. Also, you'll still learn a lot. So don't worry if you don't complete this project. And now in the next videos, I'll show you some skills on how to process images with Python. See you there.